Lucky Hare Ranch. I'm Justin, this is Eric, Forgotten West Podcast. Today we're going to test out a Temu ballistic plate that I picked up for $30. It claims to be rated at 3A level protection. Material is PE, and we're going to shoot it with a bunch of boom booms and see what happens.
So we're going to try to do 22 LR, 22 Magnum, and then we're going to go incrementally up in pistol calibers, and then if it stops those, which a 3A claimed capability should stop at least up to 9mm, we can transition to rifle calibers if this 1/4 inch thick plastic question mark plate actually can stop these things. But main thing here is if you're buying your plates on Temu, I question your life choices, but let's find out if it can actually do anything to save you. If it can stop up to 9mm, that at least makes it up to the level of, say, soft body armor before you add plates. Like what the military is wearing without plates, that'll stop up to 9mm shrapnel. So, yeah, let's find out. And then for those of you who might think that things like a refrigerator might constitute cover, that's from a 22 long rifle, all right? It goes all the way through. Appliances do not equal cover, they equal concealment. But layers of metal, this is a 9mm, can matter, with pistols anyway. So let's see how these do. 10 yards here, and that's not quite muzzle, like it'll be muzzle velocity basically, so we're not losing any oomph, but we're also far enough away that if there's any splatter or something, we don't have to care about it. Okay, so 22 long rifle, 22 Magnum, because that's pretty equivalent to like FN57, right? And other cartridges you might actually run into. 380, because people carry that. 9mm, 45 ACP, and we can do 10mm. And if it can stop those, then we know it can stop basically up to a 357. At which point, we'll throw a 5.56 at it and see how she does.
Sounds good.
Going with Temu armor, probably not well. And this is like...
I can't wait to see what happens.
I'm curious. Can't not be curious. Let's see here. Put a couple of those. Take a couple of these so we don't have to walk all the way back here. Here, you're in charge of the cylinder and the Magnum rounds.
Roger that.
Alright, so that should give it enough backing to where it's not going to flop too easily. Like, somebody's going to move if they get shot, so you don't want it to be completely held still like it's in a vise. Alright, so we're going for that top left corner. Well,
Deformation.
deformation, not much deformation. Hit it pretty close to the edge too. A little bit of tearing there, but
It stopped it.
it definitively stopped a 22 LR. It's got a lot of deformation for a 22 though, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm like, what's gonna happen next?
All right, so let's swap cylinders here. I'm gonna unload these. I don't think we can show that. Here.
I was just trying to get it set up a little better, but
That's fine.
I failed.
All right, 22 Magnum. Here we go.
That's about where it was.
All right, so more centered this time. Up. Went too far. Oh, harumph. Should have just done multiples like you did with the other one. That impact is only about an inch and a half over. 22 Magnum
Stopped it.
It's about 50% more deformation.
It's definitely
mean-
gonna hurt.
We're conserving plenty of this plate to use for more. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it stopped at 22 Magnum pretty, like,
it stopped it for sure.
so that'll stop like an FN 5.7 unless you're talking like an armor piercing round. Like, and even then, who knows? I guess we're moving up to an actual carry cartridge.
Yeah.
Let's do it. 380. 380. Here we go. That one here, LR. So, 10 millimeter. We're saving 4 millimeter. 380. Makarov, because why not? So we still have that top right corner. But it is a Makarov. I'm a little. It's not the most accurate thing in the world. I had a Marine buddy tell me one time, that thing's only useful for executing prisoners. I'm like, you're not supposed to think like that, brother. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit down from that top right corner. Ooh. Oh wow, a lot down. Yeah, I flubbed that shot pretty derpy. But wow, 380.
Stopped it.
I mean, it's 380. I didn't expect that to go through if it'll stop at 22 Magnum, to be honest.
You can tell it definitely put a hell of a dent in that.
Shit. Okay, so 9 millimeter. I can be more accurate with the high power anyway. Oh my god. Let's see here. Grab away. Browning high power, 9 millimeter. Original FN Browning high power with a new Springfield magazine. Alright, so 9 millimeter ball round, standard issue, like nothing fancy, 115 grain. Chronograph isn't working, otherwise we'd be able to be getting extra data to see how this Temu stuff is really holding up. If it'll stop a 9 millimeter, then honestly, we don't need to shoot it with a 45, because if you can stop a 9 millimeter, you can stop a 45. 45 is slower and it's a wider surface area to stop, so if it'll stop a 9 millimeter, it can stop shrapnel.
Yep. So I say we just move right up to the 5.56 if it stops this one.
Yeah, with how much deformation we're getting, we're running out of space to hit it with the 10 millimeter. And hitting it with a 10 millimeter and then a 5.56 is really not being fair to it.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I feel like we need to be
I just
fair.
want to see how it'll do against a rifle round. Didn't go through.
And with the Springfield magazine locks on the original FN. So that hit right here, just below those two 22 rounds. It's not really wiggling. Well, it's wiggling a little. And that deformation is roughly an inch of depth from there, you know. That would suck.
It would hurt.
It would hurt.
Better have your trauma pad on.
It beats the hell out of a sucking chest wound.
Yeah, agreed.
Every day of the week. I really wonder what a 10 millimeter will do to that.
All right, do the 10.
Millimeter out of a 5.3-inch barrel. Whoop. That hit the bottom corner. I jerked that shot. Pretty bad.
Well,
I jerked it.
did you hit it?
I did hit it. It hit the bottom corner and it deformed and glanced off the bottom. Interesting look at the material though.
It's definitely plastic, huh?
Some sort of, look at that. It's layers of maybe plastic mixed with a fiberglass. What do they call it in the listing? PE.
Polyethylene is what ChatGPT said.
Yeah. We won't question our AI overlords yet. Okay, so at 10 yards with your 0, aim just a little high. Because it'll be hitting like if you wanted to get them here, you got to aim at the top of the head. Because the height over bore difference is what you got to calculate. Which for that is about that high above the target. Okay. I do think that would have stopped the 10 millimeter though, if it hadn't glanced off the bottom. Up, too high. I think that was a little too high still. There you go. Oh, I see white stuff behind it.
Safety's on.
Oh yeah. But that did hit where, like, around where one of the other rounds had hit. So that's right through there?
Definitely went through that.
That's that impact there.
See if we can hit an undamaged part.
May I?
Yes.
I don't think I've shot this thing. Gonna go from about this rock.
High.
There, this is 30 yards. That wasn't high.
Oh, no.
It was a little bit towards where that other round hit, though. Just right on the edge of where the 380 deformation was.
Yeah.
I pulled it a little bit to the left.
You're right.
Let's try for like this unhit. That. Let's make this as idiot-proof as possible. Nope, too high. Those are 3 hits, actually. I can see the holes. It just wasn't moving on this thing.
Definitely will
1,
not
2, 3.
withstand a 5.56.
Well, 3A shouldn't. But it held up pretty well to like pistol cartridges. Here. Like, you want to get back? I'm going to hit it one more time in that top corner with a fair hit with the 10 mil.
Okay.
That way we don't like... And that's one of my actual carry rounds. That stopped right there. So
10 mil is pushing it.
reholster. Okay, so it'll stop up to a 10 millimeter in pistol rounds, and if it'll stop a 10 millimeter, it'll stop a 357. So
$30?
for 30 bucks, I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed. I mean, I didn't expect it to stop anything with a rifle. We could step up to 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 51, but I mean, we already know what's going to happen. Why waste the ammunition?
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what would happen if you stack two of them together.
I mean, if you spaced it and then maybe put some carbon fiber between them, you might actually be able to stop a rifle round.
It'd be an interesting experiment for the next video.
I like that idea, but I mean, like, there's your 380 deformation, barely anything at all. 9 millimeter was down here somewhere, and then you've got 10 millimeter and 10 millimeter here. Like, that 10 millimeter definitively stopped. That one glanced off the bottom of the plate and, you know, went in there. That would suck. But I mean, notice the front doesn't look like it's changed at all with the 5.56, but out the back, it's all that material is going into your wound cavity, by the way. There's what the inside looks like. Look, it's fiber.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So whatever this Temu stuff is made out of, I can't argue with the fact that they're calling it ballistic armor. I really thought, looking at this, when you showed it to me,
I thought it was like
this
airsoft
weighs,
armor.
we weighed it on the kitchen scale. It weighs 1 pound, 1.6 ounces. It's less than a pound and 2 ounces.
Yep.
For the ability to stop, like, pistol cartridges, I kind of want to run a pistol caliber carbine, like a rifle length barrel with these pistol cartridges, and see if it'll still stop.
Higher velocity.
Yeah, if we can squeeze higher velocities out of these pistol cartridges, will it still stop it? It should. I doubt it.
It would be another interesting experiment.
I can see the copper in there. I kind of want to take my, I kind of want to gouge out that bullet. Let's go dissect it.
All right.
All right. All right, have fun. I would say don't buy your armor on Temu, but for 30 bucks, buy a couple of them and experiment. And if you are crazy enough to trust your life to it, then you know, people have done shadier, dumber things, I guess. Technically, it still wouldn't be my first choice because I like to be able to stop rifle rounds. But I mean, to be able to stop up to 357 for $30, that doesn't weigh all that much. That you maybe your wife can't carry a lot of weight, but you want to be able to armor her bag.
Mm-hmm. Or your child's backpack.
Yeah, I mean, like, it'll stop pistol rounds. And if you live in Chicago, the majority of the guys with big Glock switches are going to be shooting 9 millimeter. And it'll stop easily. We just proved multiple hits from pistol calibers, even hitting in the same general vicinity. So, for 30 bucks, that's actually a screaming deal.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it. I really hate to give Temu any credit, but those Chi-Coms aren't completely screwing you on everything, I guess.
It did better than I expected, that's for sure.
Same. I'm actually a little shocked at how well this did. You told me you didn't think it would stop at 22. And
I didn't, man. I was like, this is like
I was
airsoft
like, anything
armor.
that can't stop at 22. And I was like, all right, well, maybe it's really intended for airsoft. No, it is actually. I'm impressed. I'll admit it. I'm actually impressed, and I didn't expect to be impressed by this. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah. I'm not going to endorse it, but I am going to say it's not a total waste of money. See you next time.